on that, but I want to highlight a few players that really showed out. Let's start off first off with Ricky Pearsall. Ricky Pearsall, who got shot during the offseason, also was injured with a shoulder injury, didn't get a true training camp, didn't get a true preseason, but what we do know is once he started getting his reps throughout the year, started practicing more with the team, we started seeing glimpses and glimpses, and it showed in this game. And in fact, if we take a look at the stats, Ricky Pearsall had his first game over 100 yards receiving. In fact, Ricky Pearsall had 8 catches for 141 yards and a touchdown. In fact, he should have had 2 touchdowns. The pass that Brock Purdy threw over the top was a little underthrown, in which case Pearsall had to slow down and cut back. And so it could have been for 150 yards. He could have had 150 and 2 touchdowns, and that didn't end up working out. But he still had a huge breakout game. Caught 8 of 10 catches. Unfortunately, the other 2 attempts to him were picks, and weren't Pearsall's fault. It was Purdy either staring down or overthrowing him down the middle. But Pearsall really showed out here. There were a lot of questions from other content creators, even analysts, and other people just around the league questioning, was Ricky Pearsall worth a first round pick? And I think this game doesn't say that, because that happens over time. That answer is not going to happen for a few years as his career begins to develop. But I think it shows the glimpses that he does bring. The fact that he can run every route in the route tree, the fact that he is okay going up the middle and getting hit. He has toughness, he's got speed, and I think the more and more he learns this offense, the ins and outs, he'll stop thinking here and start just doing on the field. Because a lot of times when you have these rookies, first and second year wide receivers, running backs, especially the wide receivers, because Kyle Shanahan asks a lot of them, they're trying to figure out what they need to do, be in the right position. Are they on the ball? Are they off the ball? And I think that's what kind of really burdened Ricky Pearsall early on. We saw that last week where he had several different calls against him, pre-snap penalties, just because he wasn't lined up right. But this game, it really, you can kind of see that pre-snap where he was double checking, even with the ref, making sure he was lined up well. And you love to see that he's learning, he's growing, and hopefully next year he takes that next step, because I think he's got a bright future with the 49ers, is going to complement Brandon Ayuk as he comes back from his ACL injury. We don't know about Debo if he'll be back, but we do know that Jawan Jennings is there. You have Brandon Ayuk, who's working his way back, but also Ricky Pearsall, who seems to be a very good wide receiver who's starting to come into his own. Also, George Kittle.